to Corey about Marlins Park. How you feel about playing in in a pro baseball stadium and all that? Have you ever been there? The whole bit.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I know that's like where the Orange Bowl was. That's like sacred ground. So um, I'm excited to get out there and play on that field.
What do you think that'll be like, being in a stadium like that?
I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be a electric feel, just playing in that stadium with our fans and everybody who comes. But I feel like it's going to be an electric feeling.
And the idea of playing across town,
Yeah.
kind of a
Yeah.
neighboring school. I guess some kids know each other.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, they're down the street. So I'm sure that a lot of guys know. I don't really know a lot. I'm from Georgia, but I know a lot of guys on the team. Know guys from the team. So it's going to be fun.
You mentioned it's sacred grounds, right? The grounds of the Orange Bowl. I mean, do the players currently feel that kind of connection? I mean, you guys all were really young last time games were played at the Orange Bowl.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we all know about it, and we was young, but we understand like what that field means to us and what that field represents. So we feel good about it.
Sharon, with the bye week in general for the team, what would you like to see either done in practice or how people approach this bye week?
I want us to approach this bye week like we have a game this week. Come out here laser focused, intensity. No balls on the ground. That's the goal, and just really go through the plays and get the scheme down and just be real smooth. So vanilla. So then when we get into next week, we rolling. You know what I'm saying? Nothing.
You continue.
No, that was it.
I wasn't sure.
There you go.
I want to ask you, from game one to now, what's been the difference for you?
Experience, one. Two, is getting a good feel with the offense, and three, it's really a lot of things I kind of learned throughout each game. But those are the main things, really, just managing the game and just that experience, just being out there, understanding different situations, and just being on the same page really with Coach. So I feel like me and him really have a really better understanding for each other and my strengths and weaknesses. He has a better feel for it, and I understand like when he calls plays, what he's trying to do, and what he sees. Like I'm basically his eyes out there. So just really just being on that same page and being a coach on the field.
Since that 6 TD performance, any interesting people reach out to you? Did Sean Watson call you or reach out to you? I know you guys are Georgia guys. So
No, I haven't heard from him, but I know he's busy. He got a lot on his plate, but no, really though, he's working hard. So I haven't heard from him, but I heard from Quincy. I talked to Quincy, one of my QB gurus back in Georgia. I chopped it up with him after the game. Got a lot of family and friends that support me too. I heard from, but
any former QBs here reach out or?
Yeah, I talked to Stephen Morris. He hit me up. He said congratulations. He was real cool about it. Malik Rozier hit me up. I'm sure there's gonna be more. There's more people. I kind of stay off my phone. I don't really be on my phone like that a lot, but I'm sure there's a lot more people that I might have not seen. But I had a lot of people congratulate me.
Was there a particular touchdown Coach Enos was excited about compared to the other ones?
The screen pass, just being patient with it, seeing that, okay, it's not there, so he teaches the drift. We got to drift to the screen, so not there, keep drifting, and get it to him. But if you can't get it to him, throw it at his feet. But if you can, keep drifting and get him the ball. So he just liked how I was patient with it and didn't just force it in there.
Sharon, are you the regular season's almost coming to an end.
Right.
Has it gone fast? Has it been slow? What's it been like for you?
It's been a journey. It's had its ups and downs, but it's really kind of going by kind of fast. Now that we're sitting here where we're at now, looking back, but it's been a journey.
How about the rapport you've been able to develop recently with Mike Harley? I mean, especially from the first drive, just getting 4 catches in that one, and the 2 later touchdowns, and also D. Wiggins.
Right.
He had 3 consecutive quarters going back.
Yeah.
And the last one at FSU with touchdowns.
Yeah, I feel like now, later in the season, we're kind of seeing our strengths and weaknesses and what kind of, what our style really is. What I'm saying? We're kind of seeing guys starting to define themselves as what they are out there on the field, and guys coming into their roles. So Mike Harley stepped up big time in this past game, just executing, using his speed really to make extra yards with his feet. And Wiggs too with a deep threat. He's the guy in open space who is good at creating separation, and I can get the ball down the field to him. But yeah, guys really starting to define themselves and coming into their roles.
Sharon, that Wednesday before the Pitt game, if you could have looked into the future and seen yourself at the top of the record books, I mean, would you have ever expected in such a short period of time to sort of be where you are and where this offense is now from that time?
I mean, really, you can never. If you expect something, it's really never how it's gonna go, to be honest. But you know, my thing was just I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm gonna just keep working. You know, I told myself just keep my head down, keep working. You know, I know God got a plan for me and His team, so you know, I just kept working and good things happen.
Hey,
Two
Jaren,
more.
as the QB and leader of this team, I wonder if you at all go to some of the juniors who might have a chance to go pro early if they wanted to,
Right.
like a DJ, or and do you ever get in their ear at all and talk to them, hey, come back, look what we're building, come back next year? Has that even entered the conversation yet for you?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to get into that too much, but you know, my main thing really is just I want those guys to do what's best for them and their families. You know, it's not about me; it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't really get into that with them too much. You know, I want them to be clear-minded and make the best decision that they think is best, not what I think. So, you know, my thing is really just letting them fill it out and their families make that decision. Yep.
Thanks, Jared.
Yep. Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
All right, you guys.